All right, all right, all right. How's everyone doing? The stream is starting. Looks like the channel is receiving the content. Epic awesomeness. Welcome everyone. Welcome. It is 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to give it a few minutes. Let's give it let's say 1:02 before we officially start. I want to make sure that the channel is receiving the content. It's all green. That's always a good thing. So far, we have one person on the chats chatting away. I appreciate the love. It is stating you are live. We're going to give it a few more minutes. Make sure everyone is here. And we're going to start. Right now, it's 1:01 p.m. We're going to give it one more minute, and we are going to start. So far, we have officially 4 people on the Discord server. Awesome. And right now, we have about a few people within the live channel. So it's 1:01. I'm going to give it one more minute. It's close, and we're going to start. Welcome, everyone. How's everyone doing? Hopefully, everyone's doing okay. If you have the power to leave a comment, leave a comment. Say hi. Let me know where you're from. Don't forget about hitting that like button. I always show the support, show the love. Again, if you do give me a down, right? Let me know why. Did I do something wrong? Let me know with the comments. I'm here to try to make myself better, to support and help you guys. So right now it is 1:02 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So let's start. Welcome everyone back to the server room, episode 33. Holy moly, I cannot believe we've done 33 episodes together every Saturday at 1 p.m. Back then it used to be 3 p.m., but I changed the time to 1 p.m. So let's get started. I just want to give everyone a big thank you. Happy holidays, happy new year, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for stopping by, watching this guy just do his thing and show you guys, and then you guys providing all the support. Okay, so let's go inside our trusty Google Docs. And a couple announcements. Big shout out to Lenovo. They've been a huge support. We have been using their TD340 throughout their entire show. And the TD340 is what I have been using to do all the crazy stuff that I have been doing with you guys since the very beginning. The TD340, I installed vSphere. I think 6.0 is the version that I have right now. And I have to load it up because there's 2 virtual machines that I am going to be using for today. So the setup today that I have is 2 virtual machines. I have server A and server B, which is right here. We got server A and server B. Both of these virtual machines are attached to my Active Directory, and they're both running server 2016, fully patched, fully good to go. Okay. My second announcement is I'm going to CES 2018. Most likely, I'm going to be extremely busy down there. I'm going to be creating a playlist at the YouTube channel called CES 2018, and I'm going to start uploading like massive stuff. If by any chance you want me to touch base on anything, leave a comment. Let me know. Say, hey, Bernard, I want you to go to such and such vendor and check out the latest thing. I'm willing to go ask whatever questions you guys have. So far, I've been invited to Dell, Sony, LG, and a couple of other places that Lenovo, a couple of other places I can't remember. They invited me to check out the latest thing that what they're going to be pushing out for 2018. So hopefully you guys check out that playlist, show some support, show some love, and I might bring my drone down to Las Vegas and do a little bit of live stream down there for you guys. December 27th, I don't know. This is a maybe. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. I'm going to do a live stream with the ThinkStation P910, which I did an unboxing / first impressions for you guys. This is a monster workstation. It is running a NVIDIA Quadro P6000 graphics card. It is a monster. Don't know what type of live stream I'm going to do. I might like install 3D Max and Maya and do some renderings for you guys to see how fast that works. Maybe do a little game, you never know. The last episode for this year would be December 30th, which is actually my birthday. Holy moly. So that's going to be episode 34. I don't know what I'm going to do for that episode, so it's really iffy if I'm going to do it or not. Again, it's my birthday, so I might do it anyway. Shout out for the top three chatters of last week's episode, which was episode 32. We got Ram, Dave, and Lewis. Thank you so much for chatting away. And this is up to you. I want to get some thoughts. I want to get some feedback from you guys. I'm planning, or I like to do a Linux tips weekly show with you guys, maybe every Friday. It's not going to be an hour long. It's probably going to be maybe 25, 30 minutes, just going over weekly tips, maybe bi-weekly. I don't know. I want to know what you guys think about this. Again, let me know at the chat section. Is it a good thing, bad thing? If it's a good thing, I would love to have you guys tune in for those Linux heads out there. You know, join with me during the show and give your tips and tricks or whatever. So today's topic is all about installing and configuring DFSR in Windows 2016. Now, the reason why I'm doing this for today is because I have one subscriber. Hopefully he's a subscriber, but he left a comment saying, can you do a video implementing DFSR, which is Distributed File System Replication, if a network drive already exists on the primary server? I have two servers. The primary is a file server with existing files and folders, and I want to replicate that onto an existing secondary server. Great video. He's basically saying great video because I did a deploy DFS within Windows Server 2012 many years ago, about 2 or 3 years ago. And with DFS, the way that I implemented with this video, which you guys could check out anytime within the channel, DFS with namespaces. With DFSR, it's a little different. You're not doing namespaces. With the Google Doc, I will provide this Google Doc for you guys, but I gave you a kind of brief definition between DFS and DFSR. DFS allows administrators to group shared folders located on a different server by transparently connecting them to one or more DFS namespaces, right? It's like the brief definition. I got this information from TechNet. And then DFSR is a service in which a new multi-master replication engine that is used to keep folders synchronized for multiple servers. Now, DFSR is great if you have one centralized hub, like you have like the corporate headquarters, right? And you have branches, and the corporate headquarters has that main server with all these files, and you want to replicate all that files throughout the other branches. Most likely, this is the step that you want to try to do, DFSR, right? This gives you, again, brief information. I got this stuff from TechNet, and I will provide the Google Doc link for you guys. It's not too much information here, but the secret sauce is this, which I'm going to provide on the GitHub repository. The link is at the bottom of the description, so you guys could go grab it at the end of the show. So let's start this off. Setting this up is pretty simple. So today's show is like pretty straightforward. And it's basically answering the question of Smooth Tech, and I'm trying to help him out. Hopefully, help out others. So first thing that you need to do, again, I have server A and server B. I created 2 virtual machines. Both virtual machines are added within the Active Directory. Okay. Server A is going to be my primary server. This is the one that's for Smooth Tech. Let's say server A is the one that has the file stuff. All your files, your documents, all that good stuff, and you want to replicate it over to server B. So within server A, right now this is server A, so I'm gonna zoom in. Server A, you want to get inside your server manager. You want to click on Manage, go to Add Roles and Features, click on Next, click on Next, click on Next, and then from here in this section, you want to expand File Storage Services, and then you definitely want to expand File and iSCSI Services. And the option that you want, really simple, right? Which one you want? DFS replications. Okay. If you want to know a little bit more of how to set up the DFS namespaces, I will provide the link on the Google Docs so you guys could check out that video that I did a couple of years ago. It's within the Server 2012 R2 environment, I think, but it's the same concept as 2016. I don't think a lot has changed. So you pick your DFS replication, click on next. You're going to get the nice little, you need additional features, and just click on add features. That's all checked. Click on next. Click on next. You don't need additional features here. Just need that server row. Click next and click install. Now, just keep in mind right now that DFS-R is being installed within the server A. Now, for this to work, you need every single server that you want to be part of this DFS-R infrastructure to have this particular server role installed. So within my server B, right here, I'm gonna show you guys, within my server B, I did the same thing, same steps that I showed you guys with server A. That's it. Just install, distributed file system replication servers role on every single server. Now, because I'm doing this within a 2-node infrastructure, during the time that you're implementing or configuring your DFS-R, there's an option to do a multi, and I believe, I forgot the other name of it, but the other one is the second option that I'm going to show you guys because I'm only doing a 2-type system. Okay, so once you do that, with server A, it's completed. So I'm going to zoom in. This is server A. DFS-R is completed. You don't really need to restart the server, but if you want to, you could restart the server. And on the next slide, this is server B, and server B again, DFS-R is completed. Okay, so now I made a mistake here because I should have never created. What I did was created a folder within my server A, which my server A is where all the files and documents are going to be housed. This is my file server, right? My file server, and my server B is what's going to be replicated, just like my server A. I created a BTNHD folder just as this. I should have never done that. That's a big no-no. So when you guys get the notes, just make a note of that. You don't really need to create the same folder with your replication server. Okay, your second server that's going to replicate the documents on your primary server should not have a folder. Don't create the folder, because what happens is during the setup, if you have a folder and you point to this, it's going to create a subfolder of this. So if I'd have set it up, it'd have been BTNHD. Inside the BTNHD folder, it'd have been another BTNHD folder with the files. You don't want that. So I made a mistake, and I correct that during the PowerPoint. Okay, I'm just showing you guys there's nothing inside server A or server B So server A, there's nothing in it, and server B, there's nothing in it. But again, I made a mistake, and I should have never created this folder in the get-go. And I correct that, and I'll show you guys. So what I did within server A, right here, server A, I started copying some stuff. I copied over Office 2016 stuff, and I copied a Windows 7 Service Pack 1 32-bit, which is about 2 gigs. And I forgot how big is the Office 2016. I think it's about 900 megabytes, close to that. So I copied some files over. And again, I should have never created server B, that folder, but I'm just showing you guys there's no magic. I'm not doing any trickery or anything like that, and there's nothing inside the folder. But again, I should have never created this folder in the get-go. Now, you already have your primary server with the files and stuff. Both servers, your primary server, which is your file server, has the information already inserted. Like for me, my server A is the server with the information. Server B is the server that I'm going to replicate the stuff within my primary server from, right? So you have your DFS-R stuff installed. What you want to do is within your server manager, you go to tools and you click on DFS management. You only need to do this on one node. I'm doing it within server A because server A is the file server. This is the primary node where I want the information here to be duplicated everywhere else. So I'm doing everything, the configuration here. You don't really need to do any type of configuration with server B. The only thing that you need to do on your second server is just install the server's role. Done. Now within server A, which is your primary server, where the files live, you click on Tools, DFS Management, and then from here, you want to right-click on Replication. Now, if you're implementing DFS, not DFS-R, you're going to be doing namespaces. Again, I will provide the link for you guys within the Google Docs that would take you to that video so you guys could check it out. So from here, you're going to right click on replication, and you want to do is new replication group. You can get the nice little wizard. Now, this is where I was telling you guys there's two options. You have multi-purpose replication group or replication group for data collection. For this option here, this is between, you configures replication between 2 or more servers for publication. Now, because I'm doing with a 2 infrastructure system, I don't need to do that. But if you're doing more than 2, right, between 2 or more servers, remember, every server that you're going to be placing inside this group has to have the DFSR service row installed, okay? For me, I'm going to be doing the replication group for data collection. This option configures a 2-way replication between the 2 servers, such as a branch server, which the branch server is server A for me, right? This is where my files are located, and a hub destination server. Now, the hub is basically server B. This allows you to collect data at the hub server. You can then use backup software to back up the data on the hub server, okay? That kind of relieves some stress on your server A. Makes sense to do it that way, okay? I pick that, click on next, and the next thing you want to do is name your replication server. You want to give an optional description, and by default, if everything works, your domain should be pre-populated to your domain, okay? So I gave the name as BTNHD files. Best practice for what I've read within the TechNet is don't leave, it should be all together, no spaces. That's what I read within TechNet, okay? Next thing that you need to do is browse for your branch server. Now, again, your branch server is what? Your server A. For me, server A, which is your primary server, this is where the files are located. So you click on browse, and once you click on browse, you're gonna get the nice select computer. You type in the computer and you check the name is gonna be underlined. Again, everything will work seamless if you have both of your servers within a Active Directory environment. Click OK. Once you click OK, you see the server name or whatever name you gave it. Click on next. And next thing that you need to do is specify the replicate folder you want to replicate for the branch. So from here, you click on add. And once you click on add, you get the add folder to replicate. By default, you can see the member. The member is your branch server and the local path. Now, I did everything in a C drive. It's not really best practice to have a file share within the C drive. So hopefully you guys have a partition. That's best practice. Have a partition. Like if you have a physical server, your physical server most likely has maybe a RAID 5 or a RAID 10 configuration. That's a partition, and that's where you store your file share stuff at. But for me, to keep everything nice and simple, I did everything on a C drive. So I browse, and once you hit browse, keep in mind when you click browse, is browsing within the server A, your primary server. So I'm picking the root of BTNHD. BTNHD for me is the folder that contains that Office 2016 file folder, as well as that Windows 7 Service Pack 32-bit ISO file. So that's what I picked, and click OK. And once you click OK, you get the information. Now it says select or type a name to represent the folder on all members of the replication group. The name is known as the replicate. Now I kept it as the default. I want it to be BTNHD, okay? But you could change it if you want. But to keep it simple, leave it as this. Click OK. And once you click OK, you're going to see this. Click next. And the next thing that you need to do is pick your hub server. Now the hub server is the server that's going to grab that information from server A, which is your primary, and copy it over, okay? And you're gonna hit browse. Once you hit browse, you locate it. So I typed in server B, check the name, underlines it. Again, everything works really well if all your servers are added to your Active Directory. And once it's there, you click on next. Now, target folder. So this is where I made the mistake. Remember, in the very beginning, I created a folder BTNHD within the server B. I should have never did that, because if I'd have did that, what had happened was that it had created a subfolder called BTNHD inside of BTNHD. I didn't want that. So what I did was I went inside the server. This is server B, right? I corrected my problem, server B, and I deleted it. Showing you guys right now that I deleted it, because when I go back and I browse, you see that the folder's there, right? On this slide here, I showed you guys that I deleted it. I corrected my problem. When you go back into the server, when you hit browse, again, BTNHD is not there anymore within server B. That's what I wanted. Awesome. Now, for this to work, I pick C. When I pick C drive, press OK. Come on. There you go. C right here. Bam. See, replicated folder name is BTNHD. The source is BTNHD. Target on hub server is BTNHD. Now, if I'd have left that folder that I created called BTNHD, it has said C:/ BTNHD / BTNHD. That's not what you want, right? You want the stuff to be the same. Okay, so I corrected that on my part. And once you have all that set, hit next. And then you have a couple options here. You can schedule, or you could do it continuously. So whatever changes happen on server A, it automatically happens on server B. That's what you want. The bandwidth, I don't remember what type of settings or options it provides you within the bandwidth. I left everything as the default, so I left it as full. Click on next. But again, if you have like a really slow pipeline within your network, you definitely want to schedule this and probably do it like after hours, after working hours. You don't want to do it during working hours. Because if like someone drops in like a big video file, like a 4K video file, like a raw 4K video file, like 5 gigs, that stuff is going to be hitting your pipeline real hard if your network is really slow. Then you click on next, you're going to get the nice little information, right? And click create. And once you hit create, you're going to see these two things. You have the staging quota. By default, it's 4 gigs, but you're able to change this right here to anything you want. I think if you right click on one of these guys, you go to properties. And within properties, you're going to click on staging. And within staging, this is where you could change the quota. By default, it is 4 gigs. Okay, so it says right here, I'm going to zoom in for you guys. It says to size the staging folder quota large enough to prevent replication from slowing or stopping, you must take into account the size of files to be replicated. So you gotta, I don't know, it's like a guessing game, or if you run reports within your file server and you know how big each file is, you could kind of have like a cap. Like when I run reports, I know there's always a cap within the files. There's always files that never go more than 10 gigs. So I'll probably do the quota to 9 gigs. Click OK, and that's it. That's how you set it up. So I'm going to show you guys how everything looks. Let's bring you up. And this is server A. And I caught some video of everything working behind the scenes. So this is server A, and this is server B. I'm going to play the video for you guys, a really short video. And this is server A, server B. There you go. So this is the video that I caught. I recorded the screen. And when I hit create, this is server B right now. I'm going to zoom in. This is server B. Right now, you get all green check marks. That's always a good thing, right? It creates the replication group, creates the member, the folders, the replicated folder, the membership. This is what you're going to see, which I forgot to take a snapshot for you guys because I was recording. Once you click OK, you're going to get this warning right here. Replication will begin until the configuration is picked up by the members of the replication group. The amount of time this takes depends on Active Directory domain services. So once you press OK, it does take some time, but don't get me wrong, you are able to force it to work a little faster for you. So I'm going to just fast forward for you guys. Excuse me. So from here, press OK. You can see with the replication, you're going to click on this guy right here. Excuse me. You do have the option to, let me fast forward a little bit. Fast forward. There you go. From here, within connections, if you click on the connections tab, you right click on one of these guys, you could do replicate now. So I'm gonna zoom in for you guys. Again, once you get into your group that you created, whatever name you gave it, by default it takes you to memberships, and click on the connections tab, and you right click on your primary node, and you do replicate now. So that's automatically going to kick in. I also want to show you guys, like within the video, I still have server B in the background. Again, there's nothing in there. And it does take some time, so you just have to be really patient. When I click on that, you're going to get this. So I'm going to zoom in for you guys. So it's going to sending. Let me zoom out real quick. Go back a little bit. There it goes. So you're going to get this. Once you hit the replicate now, you're going to get sending member, server A, receiving member, server B, normal schedule, bandwidth usage is full, and whatever type. You could schedule it too to override it. If you have a schedule, you could override that schedule if you want. And once you press OK, you're going to get this right here. Pause. Let me zoom in for you guys. The standard replication schedule or selected connection is successfully resumed. That's always a good thing. And I'm just going to fast forward a little bit. So I think I went to server B and I started refreshing. Like I refreshed a couple of times, and then eventually it pops up. It just takes forever to show up. So I'm going to show you guys right now. So this is server B, right? I'm in server B right now. Hopefully you guys can see it, server B. And let's go to this PC, right? And once you go to this PC, go to C drive, and there goes the files. Now, you guys are probably saying to yourself, you just copied and pasted. And no, I really didn't copy and paste it. So I'm going to C drive right here. Like, let's just put this side aside. This is server B. There's nothing in it. There's no tricks or anything. I don't want you guys to think, you're just pulling magic for us. No, everything is working. Like, this is the DFS right now configured. And I have this guy right here. It has a bunch of pictures, all the pictures of that I've used within the PowerPoint. So I'm going to copy and paste this guy over here. And look at that. Boom. It showed up instantly. Now, depending on how big this folder is, it will take some time for it to show up. Now, this particular file is only 111 megabytes, which is not that bad. If I double click on this guy, it looks like it finished syncing. Wow, that's pretty fast. Right click on it and go to properties, and 111. It's already synced up. That's it. That is how you configure DFS-R, Distributed File System Replication. I mean, today's show was super simple. I was trying to make it super simple for you guys because it's Saturday. If you are living around New York City, it is super rainy. It's the holidays. I'm trying to make a show for you guys that is super simple that you guys could just pick it up, test out at home. But that's it. That's it. Let's check out the chat. Say hello to everybody. How's everyone doing? I mean, that is today's show, and that's it. We have 12 strong people live. Thank you so much. We're going to end in 3 minutes. Wow, 30 minutes show. How awesome is that? Let me say hello to my people. We got Ram online. Thank you so much. He's from Canada. How's the weather over there? Looks like Ram has some awesome information that he's going to share with us. It looks like he's already played around with Windows 10 Autopilot. I definitely want to check out that documentation and maybe test drive it during the show for you guys, and hopefully he could tune in and help us out on that. Who else is online? I can't really pronounce your name. I think it's Laureen. I think that's how you're saying your name. We have Francisco from Canada. We got a lot of Canada people. Got one person from Swiss. Thank you for tuning in. Again, we will close shop at 1:31. Do we have anyone on the Discord? Got a couple of people in the Discord. No one's chatting in the Discord, but we have about 7 people online. I appreciate you guys in the Discord. I appreciate Patrick. He's awesome. Patrick was promoted to I forgot what he was promoted to. System admin. We got a couple of people that have been promoted in the Discord. So, again, Discord is free. Join, share knowledge over there. It's open for everyone. It's free. So we're going to end it in 1:30. It's already 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully you guys enjoy this awesome server room. It's really short, really simple. I will provide the Google Docs for you guys. I would love to get some feedback from you guys. What do you think about a weekly show with just providing Linux tips, basic stuff like dealing with permissions, how to use the terminal, how to install different distros, the difference between different distros, which one is the best, stuff like that. It's like a weekly show, maybe on Fridays, late night Fridays. It's going to be between 30-45 minutes, and hopefully you guys could tune in. For those Linux heads out there, those gurus that want to join in, video conference with me and talk, share your knowledge with others, I would definitely like to have that. We have Ben Ken. He's joined. He stated, Ram says he's gonna email that info. Awesome. Thank you so much. Email me that documentation, our PDF. Put it inside the GitHub repository for those individuals that are interested with the autopilot, Windows 10 autopilot, I think with Azure. I'm definitely going to test that out because I have Azure, so I want to test that out. We got Ben Ken join. Hello. He says, does anyone know how to improve the file transfer between Hyper-V 2012 R2? This is running on a Dell PowerEdge R710. The maximum file transfer rate I am getting is 50 megabytes per second. I have disabled virtual machine queues. Oh, that's a good one. What type of files are you trying to transfer over? I'd like to know what type of files you're transferring over. Or are you trying to transfer them over through file share? Or are you trying to like remote into the other machine and do it that way? Definitely like to know. All right, so it's almost closing time. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. This week is a very short The Server Room, episode 33. Hopefully you guys enjoy. And I catch you guys next week. My birthday. Holy moly, I'm working on my birthday. Awesome. Thank you so much for those individuals that tune in. Ram, thank you for the file. I'm going to look into it. I will provide that link on the Google Docs for you guys, so you guys can grab that information if you want to start playing around with Windows 10 Autopilot within Azure. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out. All right. So I always forget how to end this. How do you end this? I'm going to end this, I think. All right. Later.